didn't get all razzle dazzled and pretty to do this video because it just is what it is. My A1C is 6.5. I have told this story a lot. I've told this story a lot of times about how in 2018 my A1C was 8.2 and I just did not feel well. My equilibriums were off balanced. I went to the emergency. They tried to tell me it was thyroid. I had already had my thyroid checked. And my doctor was like, no, you took your labs. There's nothing wrong with your thyroid. Or either she checked it right after, but she was like, it's nothing wrong with your thyroid. Come to find out, I went to an emergency that's known for diagnosing people with shit that they don't have. So I was like, My doctor that year ran all my tests on me in December 2018. And she was like, the only thing that looks like there's a problem is your A1C is 8.2. Now, my mom was diabetic. My grandmother wasn't. My great-grandmother wasn't. But my uncles are. So, I just was like, I don't want to be diabetic. But I was working a job on the weekends and I was working 12 to 16 hour shifts. And sometimes before that I was working another job where I was working 12 to 16 hour shifts and I would just sit there. And I could get up and move around and walk and stuff like that. But for the most part, I was just sitting down. I was just sitting down at a desk, just sitting. Call centers, monitor sitters, corporate security, working in the lobby of corporate buildings downtown, just not just well, right? Well, not active. But at the time, I was juicing. I was juicing vegetables, fruits. I was doing that. I was walking like towards the time that I was diagnosed with type 2. So I was doing all this stuff to stay active, but in the same point, I was just like, what is going on? Long ass story short, in 3 months, I got my A1C down from 8.2 to 6.7. And I was like, I can do this. Okay, so now, this is March 29th, 2021, and my A1C is 6.5. So it seems like after I got it down to that six something threshold, it just seems like, I started taking metformin, and the metformin immediately during the morning, I could wake up and my sugar could be in the 124s. 124 would be a basic number for me. I would take that and I would eat something, which of course would take it up a little bit. And then I would take that metformin pill, and the next thing I know, my stuff being shot up in the 180s, numbers that I had never even seen it at. When this happened, I didn't see my numbers. Well, of course, I wasn't monitoring it back in 2018 because I didn't know anything about monitoring. I know my mom was monitoring it. She was on insulin. I think she was past taking metformin. Okay, so I would take it and it would shoot it up, and I tell my doctor, like, this is not normal. I had a different doctor. She wouldn't listen. This is why I say it's important to go to someone of your race sometimes when you I'm a black woman. It was important for me to find someone that would listen, because I was going to this Asian doctor and she was not listening to me at all. I don't care what I said. She'd be typing on the computer, and the next thing I know, we get ready to wrap up the appointment and a nurse will come in and be like, I got a sheet long of medications, and I'm like, dang, I just told this lady that, my sinuses or something like that, and I have all these prescriptions, and I'm like, I can't deal with this. So it had got to the point where I had to try to call the advocacy department to see if I could. And I ran across a lady, and she was really nice. And she said, well, if you don't mind me asking, why do you want to contact the advocacy department? And I told her because I have a doctor. She's not listening. So she said, well, I know a doctor that everyone at this particular location recommends, and she's really helpful. And a lot of African American people like to go to her. They love her. So I got with her. Okay. Immediately, this doctor told me your food is your medicine. That's a doctor. That's a doctor. So she has written me a prescription for my allergies, because I have bad allergies. I have a hard time taking vitamins and stuff like that. I have allergic reactions. So we've gotten to the bottom of that, and come to find out a simple allergy pill has been helping, which I need to go take now. But I know that I can get to a point where I'm so healthy I don't need anything. So after being 5 minutes into this video, I want to tell you guys this. I'm trying to see if I can find some lip gloss. My lips dry. I'm gonna tell you guys this. I quit taking metformin 2 days ago. Recently, metformin has been recalled. The extended release tabs, which is 500 milligrams, have been recalled, and they, like I said, it's been recalled. It's just been recalled. And they also said that it was causing kidney failure and cancer. Now, when you talk to your doctor gonna tell you this don't cause kidney failure. Everything has a side effect. They say stuff like that, you know. So I just decided, like, I know how to eat. I know that I should get up in the morning and stretch and walk. I know that I should do this, that, and the rather. I already knew prior to this happening to me. I was already in the process of revamping my diet. I had already seen two nutritionists, one given by the doctor and one who was a holistic healer. I had already seen that. She had already told me don't eat anything more than 5 milligrams sugar in it. I had already developed this sense. I've always loved fruits and vegetables ever since I was a little kid. Like, I just love vegetables. I don't care if you serve them to me raw, you can steam them, we can saute them. I can eat vegetables for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That is not a problem with me. Now, I do like fish every now and again, and due to low iron and being deficient in certain vitamins, I have adapted to start eating a little lamb. So I eat lamb every now and again, and goat, but I haven't had no goat in a couple months. So I stopped taking metformin 2 days ago, and I get emotional when I think about this. I lived my whole life without taking a pill every day. I lived my whole life until 2018, and then I feel the need to wake up every day. I take this pill no matter what I eat it with. I can have a salad for breakfast, you know, something with some moderate vegetables in it, whatever. It's still gonna shoot it up high, bring it back down low. I have to be somewhere, and then I have to say to myself, okay, well, I need to make sure that I have some candy or something on me. Candy, having to eat candy. Fruit wasn't cutting it, because when I was eating, like, just like say, let's say I get a pear or a peach or something like that, it wasn't, the fruit wasn't, the sugar in it is natural, it's still sugar, but it wasn't sticking, it wasn't holding like if I ate a cupcake. It was causing me to feed it, which was causing me to feed bad things, which is causing me not to feel the way I should feel, because I'm eating bad crap, putting processed sugar in my body. So it's been 2 days. I have been able to keep my sugar in a decent range. Now, when I say decent range, when I woke up this morning, it was 160 something. It was high. That's high for me. And it was high because it was so low yesterday during the day. Like, I've been in here on my bike, and I've been lifting weights and just doing a lot of resistance stuff to keep it low. I had a late dinner, and then I stayed up for about 2 hours, and then I laid down, and then during that lay down process, I guess that's when it went up a little bit. So I got it down, and so I just checked it about an hour ago. I'm in the 124s. I had a half a plate of vegetables, and some shrimp, steamed shrimp. So I'm getting it together, and I'm getting it back together. I feel like my A1C is low enough for me not to depend on this, but it still is a little high. 6.5 is still a little high. It's not out of the pre-diabetic stage. I think actually they said pre-diabetic stage is up to 6.4. So I'm a little over that with 6.5. So I'm still considering it the pre-diabetic stage. So I'm glad to be down in this range, because it lets me know that there's hope for me to continue to go the other way and not the other way. So I don't want to deal with this. I am making sure that I'm not harming my body by keeping my sugar higher because I'm not on this medicine. I've done some research, and it's the research states that it's going to take about 2 weeks for my body to feel normal. I give it a month because anytime you've been putting something in your body for over 2 years and it's considered a drug, you know what I'm saying? That's any drug you got to come down off of. So yes, yes, I understand that. I understand that I'm gonna feel a certain kind of way. I have tried this in the past. I think my A1C was a little higher when I tried to stop taking this medicine in the past. This drug in the past, this metformin, it was 6.7 then, and I was like, oh, I can do it. I had some other stuff going on. So at this time, I am increasing my iron. I'm also increasing my vitamin D. I am increasing my vitamin B. I need vitamin B actually. I found these liquid tincture drops that I can take, and that's like the form I can take of vitamins right now. So I do a lot of research, but I believe in myself. I'm about to get out here and take a nice walk right quick before it gets too dark. I believe that I can do this, and I believe that I can. I just believe I can do it. My goal is 5.7. I believe that I can do it. And in the process, I need to lose about 50 more pounds. I believe that I can do it. This is not just physical, it is mental, because I had to take some time to try to figure out, how did I get to this point? What happened? Like, what happened to me? What caused me to eat bad? What caused me to turn it around and believe to eat good, and then have to backtrack because of the medicine? Because when I first started taking metformin, it was dropping my sugar so low, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. I was just like, man, I can't just eat a piece of fruit or an apple and be good on the sugar level. Like, it's not holding, and an hour later and I'd be somewhere and I would need it again. And I'm like, this is dramatic. And then I come to find out, like, oh, well, if I eat a cookie, it'll hold me. I know why it'll hold me, because it's wrong. You guys, so I'm thankful. This is day 2. This is the full day 2, because it's in the evening now. And like I said, I was in the 120s, and I had some steamed vegetables and some shrimp. And I even had a little cube of dark chocolate. Yesterday I had 2 cubes of dark chocolate because it was low. Me and this dark chocolate are in love. It's 86% since his dark chocolate. And it's only 3 grams of sugar per 2.5 pieces. So I didn't even have a whole cube. 1 cube. I had a half. But I just want to get my body back to the point where it trusts itself to work the way that it's supposed to. We're not supposed to have to be on all this stuff. We shouldn't. I don't like that I have to wake up in the morning and depend on something to be there, and if it's not, my life is altered. I don't like that. So I gotta get this A1C down. I gotta come up off of this 50 pounds. And the only reason why I feel like it's been an issue with exercising lately is because, like I said, my iron was low. When your iron is low and you are deficient in vitamins, you just feel like shit. And because we had been in 2020, it was just a mess. When I did started going back to the park to walk, I would walk and then I'd be like, ooh, I feel so refreshed. I feel revived. And then I would get home and I would feel like crap, like within the hour. And I'd be like, I just have no strength in me. I have to go lay down. And I would feel like crap. Come to find out, I didn't have enough red blood cells in my body because my iron was low. Hemoglobin, I needed that oxygen to be carried throughout my body, and I didn't have enough because my iron was low. So it's like, I am getting the iron up, getting the vitamin D up. Gotta get more vitamin B in me. When your hormones, when you don't have the proper vitamins, minerals in your body, your hormones become imbalanced, and you don't want to do anything. You don't want to go nowhere. You don't want, you know what I'm saying? You could want to do things, but you could be tired. That's why I say it's so much stuff that we have to look into. People be like, I just don't be in the mood. It's because something is going on. Go get your labs. I look forward to my labs. Before I get off the phone with my doctor, I say, okay, when you want me to come back? When you want us to talk about this again? When is my next labs? Because I look forward to knowing my numbers moving forward. Now that I know that the only thing that's going on with me is the vitamins, then I can understand, because my leg was hurting. I was so deficient in vitamins. I think for a woman, it's on a point scale. It's supposed to be a 30. Is where you're supposed. 30 is like the bottom for vitamin D. Mine was 12. And I was like, oh, what am I going to do? Because I can't take vitamins. Every time I take vitamins, I get this itchy throat and all this stuff going. What am I going to do? And my friend said, well, didn't they prescribe you some Zyrtec and some Claritin or something? And I said, yeah, I don't want them damn thing. That stuff drive me out. And she was like, well, I think that's why they gave it to you, because it's ding. Sometimes two heads better than one, because I started taking it and I was like, oh, I can take vitamins. Some vitamins. So I'm still taking the iron. Still got my herbs. Still doing what I got to do. I can't wait to get back out to the park. I feel like I'm so thankful this time around to be able to go to the park and actually, do a mile without feeling bad afterwards. That I really probably will start jogging now, because before I just was like going to the park like, oh, if I walk a mile or two, it's the equivalent of jogging. No, it's not. No, it's not. So that's what's up with me. Peace and blessings to y'all. Thank y'all for watching. I don't know what channel I'm gonna put this on. I got two channels. I don't know if I'm gonna put it on Marquis Marie or if I'm gonna put it on Astra's Closet. And I know I look a mess, but I was just sitting here like, I gotta record this journey, because this is serious. There are so many. Let me Google it right quick. Come on, man. Cases in U.S. Okay. Total 34.2 million people have diabetes. 10.5% of the U.S. population. Diagnosed 26.9 million people, including 26.8 million adults. Undiagnosed, this is what's important to me, undiagnosed, 7.3 million people. 21.4% are undiagnosed. Did you hear what I said? 7.3 million people in the United States have diabetes and do not know it. That is serious. Lucky for me, I was like, oh, my equilibriums are not right. I'm stepping outside of my body. I was like, I kind of like this, but I don't. 7.3 million people, 21.4 are undiagnosed, 21.4%. That means people are walking around with headaches. People are walking around with body aches. People are walking around dizzy. People are walking around flustered in the face. People are walking around with cold fingers and toes. People are walking around with real things and they do not know what is going on. They just know that when they eat, they feel strange. Who is calling me while I'm recording a video? Hold on, you guys.